It is June 22nd, Wednesday, and I can't believe it's almost here. It's almost time. Just a few more days, right? Today, Thursday, Friday, that's it. And then we are off to the races. And I'm telling you, I'm going to be hitting the ground running. I'm going to be running, not walking, running. I'm telling you, I'm so excited. I just don't want to be caught in the trap of overbooking myself like I have in the past few weeks, like you guys have noticed. I got to schedule myself wisely. I got to make use of every single moment of my time, and yeah, it's going to be really interesting. I'll say that. But I'm telling you, in Toronto, I'm on this highway. It's called the Gardiner. They just finally finished the construction here. So my ride in the mornings were always like 45 minutes to get to work. Now it only takes like 15 minutes. Maybe I shouldn't have quit. My life is completo. Nobody will get that unless you know that this place is called Completo.
What? No, you take that picture.
Completo. That's Alex. He's not awkward. He is not.
If it stays longer, it will be.
Yeah, so that's right. Here's Mooch. She has no cheese. She doesn't like cheese. And that's okay. Oh. Okay. There you go. Cheese. Okay, I'll take a picture. Cheese. Wait, hold on. Get complete on there. Cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Cheese.
It's either you see the sign or your face.
Okay, so it's actually the morning now. I'll apologize right now. This vlog, I won't have any question and answer. It's the morning. I had some things to do this morning, and I have to actually rush to work today. Last couple days of work, and I have stuff that I need to finish off. Okay, but just to give you guys a little bit of value for today's vlog, I thought, why don't I just show you guys some of my old artwork, okay? Some of my old high school artwork. I'm going to show you guys a bit of that, and then I really got to rush out of here too. I have to finish up some stuff and then get to work today. But today's going to be a lot of fun, so for tomorrow's vlog, you're going to see we're going to have a get-together tonight celebrating my birthday and my friend John's birthday, and for celebrating my last day. So we're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to watch that tomorrow. But for today, I gotta rush. But before I go, I'd like to show you guys a few things. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so what I'm about to show you is some stuff that I did in high school. This is when I started taking art a little bit more serious. Okay, so for example, here's a piece I did. Of course, very Jim Lee ripoff-ish of Wolverine here, and the dude from Wildcats, what was his name again? Warblade? Was it Warblade? I forgot his name. Maybe you guys can remind me. I totally forgot his name. I'm having a brain fart here. I forgot his name. But did this. Now, this is not the original inks to this. I don't know what happened to that. This was a photocopy, and then I colored it with these really cheap dollar store markers, because that's pretty much all we could afford at the time. So I did that, and then I colored that in, right? And here's another one. Same type of vein. This is Hulk versus The Thing. Mr. Fantastic there. I don't know if you can see this here. It says Air James here. But again, colored with really cheap markers. This is Air James, and then down here it says Air Rays. Air Rays. There you go. That's how I put my signature. So this was the kind of stuff I was doing in high school at the time. As you can see here. Here's another piece. I was putting blacks, but I didn't fully understand why the blacks were there or why cross-hatching in certain places. Like, I fully understand now. So, like, things are wrong here, right? And then look how thick these lines are. Oh boy. But yeah, this was the kind of stuff I was doing in high school at the time. Here's an interesting one. Here's an interesting one here. This one, I was doing this comic I think I wrote this one. I wrote this one, and I was trying to figure out these two guys here, very reminiscent of Pulp Fiction. If you guys ever watch Pulp Fiction, and I thought this was funny, where this guy was making jokes about him, and then he got upset, and then he hit him, and then his teeth fell into the water here. I thought that was interesting. Look at my shading. Look at these cheeks. It's very, I guess I was very influenced by Will Portacio. I'm not sure if you know him, but a legendary Filipino comic artist, created Bishop for Marvel. Okay, so that was one of them. Okay, here's another sample I did. This is one of Cyberforce. I'm not sure if you can see this clearly, but this is Heatwave, and this is oh, I forgot these guys' names. Oh, Stryker, that was his name here. So this was, like, a lot of these samples that I've done, they were taken from, like, comics that I thought weren't drawn properly, right? So I would take the story and then I totally redo the comic. Like, I changed the angles completely and all that, right? So here's an interesting one. This is a Vampirella sample. Let's move some of these guys off here so we won't get distracted. Here's a Vampirella sample, right? Yeah, Vampirella here, still working on my women at the time here, right? So she's going in the door here, and oh, look at the strong light. And then here was the second page to that. Here's the second page to this, where there's all these soldiers back here. And then she's like, "Arr, look at my claws." And then she starts fighting, and then they tase her. Like, there's a lot of storytelling issues here, for sure. It's one of those type of things, but as you can see here, like, a lot of these backgrounds, I was heavily influenced by Jim Lee's backgrounds at the time. So honestly, if you look back here, like, you could probably find this in an issue of Wildcats. You could probably find this in probably Wildcats. Wildcats was my biggest influence back then at the time. So yeah, so that was that Vampirella sample. And here's one. Here's a Ripclaw sample here. And again, I forgot this guy's name. Same guy from before. I forgot his name. But again, this is one of those things where I wasn't. I took the comic book, the original comic book, thought it wasn't drawn or laid out properly, so I redrew it and I changed all the shots and the angles. So, and here's page 2 to that. Here, right? So you see the claws here like this. And you got the Damonites here, and I thought this was pretty cool. You got the thing through his eyes here. I thought that was pretty cool here at the time. Yeah. Okay. And then here's another sample that I did. And this, like, these samples, I brought these around to conventions all the time. But here's an interesting one. Here's a Spider-Man one. I did back in high school. Here, so we got Spider-Man, and who he's fighting. It's this guy. This guy is actually a character named Thrax. Okay, this guy's a character named Thrax. He was created by a great artist. His name's Dave Ross. And I had Thrax and Spider-Man fighting. And here, and you could tell I'm just very starting my backgrounds. I didn't know how to do backgrounds as well back then. Got here and they're fighting. So he shot him, and then Spider-Man's falling, and they had dinner. Oh, and Spider-Man falls through the table. Oh, and Thrax is like, ooh. Now, what's interesting about this is, again, Thrax was created by Dave Ross. I think Dave drew some images of Spider-Man, and now he's a co-worker of mine. We both teach at Max the Mutt. He teaches in the comic book program, and I'll be teaching the comic book program too. So we're actually working together. So it's fun how these things kind of go full circle, right? Just show you a couple more images here. Just a couple more images here. Here's one. Here's one I remember I used to draw on. This is of Lady Pendragon. I never finished this. I remember back in the day during the summer. This was during the summer holiday, and I'd go and I'd actually draw in the garage. I had my table set up in the garage during the summertime, and I'd go there every morning, and I'd just go there and draw. And this was one of the images I wanted to draw, and I never finished this one. And then you're still trying to figure out backgrounds and all that stuff. I wasn't that great at it, right? So this is a fun piece to do. This is a fun piece. Still trying to figure out how to draw women correctly. So that was a fun piece to do. Oh, and to finish it off for today, like I have tons of pieces like this, but let me show you one more thing. The Adventures of Bunky, Jacko, and Monkey Boy. So, like I never call him, in the series I was never going to call him Michael Jackson, but it was like he had a monkey, and he had this big giant friend that I called Bunky. Right? So the Bunky was an alien. Right? And then Michael Jackson, who I never was going to call Michael Jackson in this series, right? So, and then look at this. I was going to call my company, look at this. That was what I was going to call my company at the time in high school. I don't think that would have worked. I don't think that would have worked that well. Or no one would have took me serious. And here's a page that I did for this series, right? And I totally forgot what the story was here. But, you know, I was showing some different, I think, who was this again? I believe, which group was this? Was this Jodeci? I think this was Jodeci that I drew here, and then Bob Marley here. And you have Michael Jackson's feet here. So this was the kind of stuff I was doing in high school. Okay? So yeah. Yeah, just showing you stuff going down memory lane for me. And yeah, that's about it for today. Again, I apologize that I wasn't able to answer any of your questions, so I'll get to those tomorrow. just shut off the camera. I'll get to those tomorrow, guys, and on Monday I will let you guys know the future of this channel, because I'm gonna make a regular schedule, and I'm gonna stick to it, because now I can actually stick to it. And honestly, I'm still debating whether to keep the vlogs on this channel, or maybe even like put that on a different channel and then keep like one weekly vlog on this channel. But I will make that decision over the weekend. I'm just going to sit down and think about it. I'm finishing up a few pieces, so we will see how that goes. But thank you guys for watching. Please continue to follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter at Box Office Artist. Please follow me on Facebook. You can send me messages there as well at The Box Office Artist. My name is James. I'm The Box Office Artist. I will see you guys on my last day of work tomorrow. Cheers.